A night with Vicious. Before the rock god left us all stunned and some of us, Sylvia, wanting more, I distinctly caught the hint of a challenge in his blue eyes. If I really royal to be my subject, and the truth is I really do, I need to prove myself. My right eyebrow arches up so high I feel my face muscles strain. I'm not above showing someone what I can do with a camera. If it's pictures he wants, they will be the best damn pictures he will get. Bring it on. Challenge accepted. Here. Raina shoves a card between my face and the digital screen of my camera, interrupting my adjustments to accommodate the stage lighting. I take the card and read the elegant script on a white background. Raina Beaudry, band manager. She rolls her eyes, the same shade as Royals, and sighs like a drama queen. My brother can be a monumental pain in my ass sometimes. Scratch that all the time. She points at the card. My email address is on the back. Better have those pictures sent by morning or this, she gestures between me and the stage, isn't gonna happen, and I better not see those pictures leaked on the internet. I snort. I'm not that kind of photographer. Even if I know TMZ will pay thousands for exclusive photos of the band, but that's momentary. What I'm after means solidifying my foothold in the industry. It's looking increasingly like this performance is a secret because of the lack of press. Feels more like a favor to the owner of the club to me. But why not promote it if that's the case? This whole thing gets curiouser and curiouser the more I turn the situation over in my head. The fact that they wanted to confiscate my camera tells me they didn't expect any press to be at the club. Totally not believing me, Raina rakes a sharp gaze up and down my body. This time it didn't feel sexual, quite the opposite. More like she's counting the ways she can ruin me if this goes sideways for the band. I force myself to remain whole under all that pressure. I'd like to think that I'm made of sterner stuff. She uses her thumbnail to pick what seems like non-existent dirt out of her middle fingernail before gesturing to the bodyguard to part the sea of people for her. As soon as she's gone, my shoulders slump ever so slightly. My bones transform to jelly for a second. And here I thought I'll have my hands full with Royal. Something tells me I'm about to bite off more than I can chew. I scan the club for the best spot to capture the stage. Sylvia bounces into my field of vision, distracting me from the task that might define or destroy my future as a photographer. If the band is as important as Sylvia says they are, I shove the thought away before the enormity of the situation swallows me whole. As a philosophy major, she always says, seize the day. And this is me, carpe diem, baby. What? I bark down at her. I don't know when the band will begin performing. Royal said they had 5 minutes. That was 10 minutes ago. I pocket Raina's card without confirming anything she said about her email address being on the back. The annoyance on her face told the truth for her. Sylvia pokes my chest. Better send me one of those pictures for the feature. Crap, I completely forgot about the daily gossip. Didn't you hear what Raina said about these pictures leaking? It's not a leak when I'm here on official business. This time it's Sylvia who gives me a challenging glance. Fine. I roll my shoulders back into place. What'll your feature be about so I know which photos to send? The band's been on their world tour this year. I heard they had to take a break because Royal had a meltdown. The information piques my interest. Meltdown? No one really knows what that was about. Their PR, and I'm assuming that goth girl Raina, did a bang-up job keeping this quiet. The fact that they're here instead of Germany is an indication that something's up. No wonder they were confiscating phones at coat check. They didn't take mine, I say. Sylvia's eyes widen before she points at my camera. Maybe because of that. I shake my head. Because phones are only good for one thing. It makes sense. Vicious is here. They like to control what comes out about them. You sound like you follow more than just their music. I pull up Royal's picture on my camera's screen again, the scowl on his face. What could it mean, and what was he looking at on the dance floor? I'm surprised you don't know anything about them if you're planning on using Royal for your final project. It was a spur-of-the-moment thing, but trust me, I glance at the stage. The guy with messy spiky hair, flirting with Raina earlier, takes a seat behind the drum set. After tonight, that's gonna change. I'm getting royal as my subject. I look Sylvia in the eye, photographer mode engaged. So, your feature? She purses her naturally pouty lips. Just send me one with all the band members in it. I nod once, then push past her. The verdant cry of an electric guitar causes the crowd to surge forward. I pause on my way to a corner of the bar to minimize the pushing and shoving, protecting my camera by curving my shoulders forward and encircling it with my arms. Several bodyguards, like the one who threatened us with his very presence, appear, creating a human barricade. I shift my gaze back to the stage as women scream and reach for the band members who now converge together. A girl with wavy brown hair reaches for the mic stand. Instead of pulling it toward her, she arches her body toward it until her red lips touch the microphone. She wears a floor-length leather dress and fingerless gloves. A silver bolt like royals pierced her eyebrow, and spider bites cling to the corner of her lower lip. The spotlight further bleaches her already pale skin. Without thinking, I lift my camera and immortalize the moment just before she speaks. She introduces the band, starting with the drummer, Duke. He executes a complicated drum solo that rattles the walls. Then she points at Royal. No introduction needed. His fingers pluck at the flame blue bass strapped to his body. The women scream, chanting his name as the notes his instrument releases into the air eerily echo heartbeats. Lastly, the girl turns to the lead guitarist. Her expression softens from all business to fondness. I snap another picture. Clearly, even without introducing him as Baron, she has feelings for him. The heat in her eyes says so, and the answering hunger in his confirms it. 100 megapixels don't lie. I caught the pinks on her cheeks and the parting of her lips. Their eyes hold a second longer before she introduces herself as Sadie Sloan and that they are vicious.